Congratulations, Ted Barnacle, on winning our free website giveaway. Ted is an awesome tennis coach, and in this video, we're going to be making a tennis coaching website. I obviously need tennis lessons, so I'm glad people like Ted exist in the world. So let's go check out the website. So here's the website that I'm going to show you how to make step by step with no step skipped. And obviously, your website doesn't need to be a tennis website. It could be any sort of website. It could be another coaching website, or if you just need any sort of website that is very clean and elegant. So here it is. We have our logo right here, and you can get that. We're going to show you where to get that made and how to make it if you want to do it yourself. We have this menu bar up here and Facebook, link to his Facebook page. We have the slider image, so it looks really good and clean. We have this cool looking font that says, "Let me coach you to success." We have Ted right here, a little blurb about him, and a read more for his process. So once we click on that, we can see his agenda, what he teaches you, and how he works. So as you can see, this is a really clean and nice looking page. A lot of times people will clutter up their website too much and people don't know where to look and get distracted and don't do what you want them to do, which is buy your services. So we also look at the About Me, and we see this nice picture of him and this text. This is all pretty easy to do, and this is all done in WordPress, which is the same technology that CNN and Forbes and Jay-Z and Katy Perry use, and professional web developers. So we also made a services page that lists his pricing and services, and what we can do over here is we can click on the different services he has, and this is just dummy text, but he will replace it with his actual services. So we say we do monthly packages, one-on-one lessons, online lessons, and group lessons. And then we can scroll down here and it says to contact him. So we have the contact page all laid out really nicely. So we have a little blurb about that. If you fill in this, it'll go right into his email so we can get in touch with prospective students, and we have his phone number and email address, and we have Ted himself. Another page that I think is really awesome is the gallery page. Looks really nice and clean, and most people will know what to do. They just scroll over right here and click on it, and you can just press your arrow keys and go to each different picture, which is really cool. Or you can click on it either way, and then you just exit it right here. So a really nice looking website. We also added a blog for Ted, and this is where you can write about different things and attract different people from all over the world to his website by posting really good content. So this is an amazing looking website that would cost thousands of dollars, and we're going to show you how to make it step by step with no step skipped. So let's get to it. All right, the first thing that we need to do is create a game plan. So we made a little to-do list right here, and our first step is to get a domain name. Now, a domain name is the same thing as a website name. So your domain name will be www.yourwebsite.com. Ted's domain name or website name is www.tedbarnacletennisacademy.com. So that's your domain name, and that costs about $13 per year. So that's $13 yearly for a domain name. The next thing we need is hosting. What hosting is, it's a computer that's on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that holds all of your content. So let's say that we bought this domain name or website name, but we didn't have hosting. This website would show up blank. So hosting stores all of your content. It stores this logo, this about me, these pictures. It stores everything. So we need hosting, which stores all your information, and that is about $10 per month. $10 monthly. All right, the next thing that we need to do is install WordPress. So WordPress is not only used by professional web developers and Fortune 500 companies, but it is also free. So that's really cool. The next thing we need to do is get a theme. So the theme is the design of your website. So we see how this gray is right here, and we have these little dots right here, and the logo is positioned all the way at the top. That's the design of your website. So that's the same thing as a theme, and that again is free. So that's really awesome. And the next thing we need to do, which is optional, is get a plugin. Now a plugin adds different functionality to your website. So what this plugin does is it allows you to edit your website visually. So you can see right here on this contact page that we have some text over here and this phone thing right here and this picture here and this over here. Usually you can't do that without having to learn coding. So we downloaded a plugin that allows us to edit this website visually. And that is $25, but it's completely optional. And it's a one-time fee, so one time only. And you get it for the rest of your life. So it's a really cool plugin, but it's obviously optional. If you're on a tight budget, then you can skip this step. After we install WordPress, get the theme, get the plugin, we're going to add content. Now, adding your content is completely free. By content, I mean your text and your pictures and just all of your information. So that is free. We did purchase some images from a stock photography place for TED. So we purchased this image, and we purchased this image just to give them a real clean and professional look. And that cost us about $10. But again, that's optional. And most of you may not do that. After we add the content, which is free or $10 optional, then we're going to give 10 tips for Ted so that he can really launch his website with success and really attract a lot of people and get more people signing up for his tennis lessons. So that is our agenda, and in total it costs what you absolutely must have is the domain and hosting in order to do the website. So that costs, I'm going to show you how to get a discount. So that's under $25. Under $25 to get started. If you want to add in the pretty cool plugin for a $25 one-time fee, then the total cost of the website is $50. And I think that's really amazing for a website that would cost you thousands and thousands of dollars from a web developer. So with that said, let's get our domain and hosting. And we can do that all from HostGator.com. So HostGator is a web hosting company, and I really like them because they're super affordable. They have great ratings, but most of all, they have live chat right here. So if you ever run into anything, you just click on the live chat, and it does take about 3 to 5, if they're really busy, maybe 10 minutes. But I've never had to wait that long for a live chat, and I really, really like them. But just so you know, there are thousands and thousands of hosting companies to choose from. I like HostGator the best, but obviously I haven't used all of them, so you can do what you want, but I recommend HostGator, and this tutorial is going to be based off of doing everything with HostGator. All right, so once you're at HostGator, just go ahead and click on Web Hosting. And once you do that, you're going to be presented with different web hosting options. So we have this hatchling plan right here, the baby plan, or the business plan. Now the business plan has a lot of things, bells and whistles, that we don't really need. So it's really between the hatchling plan and the baby plan. So the difference between the hatchling plan and the baby plan is the hatchling plan allows you just one website, so www.yourwebsite.com, where the baby plan allows you unlimited websites. So you can have www.yourwebsite.com, www.yourfriendswebsite.com, your mom's website.com, or a client's website.com. I personally have the baby plan, but if you know that you're only going to have one website, then just go with the hatchling plan. And you can always upgrade from the hatchling to the baby at any time you want. So you can start off with the hatchling plan and then jump to the baby plan later once you know you want another website. So that may be the best thing for you. I personally have the baby plan, so I like to do what I recommend. I like to recommend what I do rather. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna choose the baby plan for me, but the hatchling plan may be best for you. So here you can save. They give you a bigger discount the longer you stay for. I personally still do month to month, but actually the best strategy would be to go for 6 months or a year for me because I've been with them for like 8 or 9 years. But I still go monthly, so I'm again gonna do what I recommend. I'm gonna recommend what I do, and I'm just gonna choose monthly. So then I'm gonna click order now. All right, the next thing that it's asking us to do is register a new domain, which is the same thing as a website name. Or you can choose right here that I already own this domain. So if you got your website name from somewhere like GoDaddy and you don't want to use their hosting, you want to use HostGator instead, then you can click I already own this and put in the name here. But since we're registering a new domain name, I'm just going to put that in right here. And it's going to search and see if it is available. So a lot of times you want to jump on getting your domain name because a lot of times they get taken. So ours is available, so that's awesome. And here it asks, do we want a .com, .net, .org, .info, .biz? I usually go with the .com, but if you really want a name and the .com's not available, you can go with .net, .org, .info, or .biz. All right. And if you need more choices than this, then you can then you can go to GoDaddy, and then once you purchase it, you can click I already own this domain name and enter it here. So once we do that, it's going to ask us if we want to add in the .net, but we don't because we don't really need it. And it's going to say the baby package, that we have the baby package, and we're getting 20% off, but I'm going to show you how to get actually 35% off, the biggest coupon that they offer. All right, and then it says to put in a username, so I'm just going to put in Tyler, my name, and a security pin. I'm just going to put in whatever. Make it something you can memorize, obviously. Then it's going to ask for your billing information. So go ahead and fill that out, and your credit card. And if you can't pay with a credit card, you can pay via PayPal, maybe if you're in a different country or something. All right, now it's going to say for your hosting add-ons. So it's going to say, do you want domain privacy protection? And basically what that is whenever you get a new website name, like Ted Barnacle Tennis Academy, it's going to put on your information. So it's going to put on your name and where you live and maybe your telephone number. If you keep this checked, then it's going to hide all of that. I personally trust people, so I'm just going to uncheck it, and that will help us save $9.95 a year. We have this site lock, so this is an extra layer of security for $15 a year. I don't think it's necessary, but some people do, but I don't. So to save money, I'm going to uncheck that. And this jumpstart on your website is not necessary. All right, so now it's asking, do you have a coupon code? And this current one, Snappy, is worth 20%, but we have a much better one that is actually worth 35%, which is the highest coupon code ever. So I want to thank HostGator for that, and it's only for my subscribers and people who watch my YouTube videos. So thank you, HostGator. We appreciate that. So just type in 30 FIVE. So that's THIRTY FIVE. Once you do that, HostGator also knows that they were sent from me. So, and I get credit for that. So I really appreciate you guys doing that. So once we click validate, it's going to give us 35% off instead of 20 or 25% off. and that's pretty awesome. Then it's gonna say, have us review our order. So we have live chat, phone support, email support, which is free, account activation, which is free, money back guarantee for 45 days, hosting, we got the baby plan, maybe yours says hatchling plan. We got the monthly package, which is $9.95, but 35% off. It all comes out to less than $20, which is, I think, really, really amazing. Once you review it and you see that everything is great, you can click the I have read and agree to the terms and conditions of use, and then you can create account. Once we do that, it's going to show us a thank you page for ordering, and that's when you know it's time to go ahead and check your email. All right, so I'm in my Gmail inbox. Obviously, your email may be different, and we have a new HostGator Your Account info. Now, this email can take up to 5 minutes to show in your inbox. Once you see it, go ahead and click it. And you're going to want to write down or print out this information. This is very important information. It has all your passwords and your usernames and your name servers and just everything that you would need to get into your account. One of the most important things is your username and your password. So once you have all that written down and printed and everything, you'll see this link to your control panel. So just go ahead and click it, and it'll open up a new window. And once you're there, it asks for your username and password. So go ahead and copy your username, just highlight and copy it, and paste it, and put in your password. So this thing right here, just copy it and go here and paste it. Once you do that, you can click log in. All right, now that we're logged in, it's time to set up WordPress. So we can go ahead and close this right here. We can close our email. We don't need that anymore. And let's look and see how we're doing with our to-do. So we got our domain name, that's done. We got hosting, that is done. And now we're gonna install WordPress. So let's go ahead and do that. The way you do that is you log into this control panel like we did, and we scroll down until we get to software/services, and we click quick install right here. So just click quick install. And this is another reason why I like HostGator as a hosting company, because they allow you to install WordPress with just one click instead of having to know all of this code. So once you get here, just click on WordPress and click continue. Once we do that, we're going to see our website name, because it's giving you an option of where you want to install WordPress. So we want to do it on our website name, and we want it to be / and leave this blank. Don't fill anything in right here, because we don't want to install on your website.com/something. We just want to install on your main website. And now you can enable auto upgrades. That's fine. And you can enter in your email address. I'm just going to put in mine. And the blog title, we could just put TED Tennis Academy. And our admin user, since I'm going to give the keys over to Ted, I'm just going to put in Ted. So after we do that, we can click install now. And we wait for it to install. So this is pretty easy stuff. All right, once we have it all installed and it's at 100%, it's going to say, congratulations, your installation is now ready. You can access it by going here, and it takes us to our website. But the thing is, if you just signed up for hosting and you immediately did all of this, it's going to take 2 to 3 hours for your website to work. So just know that. If you sign up for hosting like yesterday, then it'll work instantly. But we just signed up for this, so I'm going to take a little break and wait 2 to 3 hours. And when I come back, then I'm going to check and see if it works. So I'm going to take a little break right now, and I will see you soon. All right, so I'm back from my break. I actually went and ate some lunch, and now I'm going to go and test the website. So you can just click here where it says click here, or you can go to yourwebsite.com. So I'm just going to go to the website, open up a new tab here, and we're going to see that indeed there is a website. Now this looks like a very basic website. Some web developers charge $500 just for a little more than this, which I think is ridiculous. But we're going to make this website much, much, much better. So the way you get into the back end of this website, and by the way, you can go ahead and click around. These are just sample pages and sample things on your website. But the way we make our website really good is we have to log into the back end, also known as the dashboard. So the way we do that is you go to yourwebsite.com/WP-admin. So that's something to remember and write down, that you go to yourwebsite.com/WP-admin and click enter. So once we do that, we get into the backend login. And what we can do is we can copy our username right here and paste it, and copy our password. Copy that and paste it right in there. So once we do that, we just click login, and we're in the dashboard. So we're in the area where we can edit our website. So the first thing I like to do is I like to change this password because it's really hard to remember and really crazy. So we want to change it to something that we can remember, something a little simpler for us. Not for other people, but for us. So the way we do that is now we can close this quick install. And if you lose this password, a lot of times they email it to you. So check your email. So the way we do that is we go to users, and we see our username, and we click on it, and we scroll down, and we put in a new password right here. So I'm just going to put in the new password. All right, and then we click update profile. Now there are a few more checks that we just need to do in order to make sure that we're on the same page. So the next thing we need to do is make sure that caching is disabled. Now what caching does is it allows your website to speed up a little faster, but what it also does is it makes it so you don't see changes instantly. And since we're editing our website right now, we want to see the changes instantly. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to settings and WP Super Cache. So settings and WP Super Cache, and we're going to click on the easy tab right here. And we're going to click this caching off. So we're just going to click that and click update status. Now sometimes, like 1 out of 100, this doesn't work. It doesn't turn off caching, and you're editing your website and you're not seeing the changes reflected on the website, and it's very frustrating. So what you can do is you can go to plugins right here and find this WP Super Cache and click deactivate, and then go one step further and actually click delete. So just delete it. Now all you have to do is click yes, delete these files and data. And again, this will all be explained later. You don't need to know exactly what's going on here. There is just one last website check to make sure that we're all on the same page, and that is over at settings and permalinks. So go to settings and permalinks, and make sure that this is checked off on post name and not default. So you want it to be post name, and then click save all changes. What this does is it helps with the search engines. Instead of your about page saying ? P equals 123, it will say yourwebsite.com/about. So that's much better for the search engines. Speaking of ranking well in the search engine, we actually want Ted's website title to be search engine friendly. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to settings in general, and we're going to change his site title to Ted Barnacle Tennis Academy. And since this is located in Kansas, we're actually going to put his location so that people in the search engine searching for that specific location, his website will come up. So we're just going to put dash Leawood, comma, Kansas. And that way it will be very hyper local. So it'll come up when people from Kansas, and especially Leawood, Kansas, search for his website. And under this tagline, we're just going to erase it. All right, and don't mess with any of this. If you do, your website can go blank, so just don't do it. And click Save Changes. And now if we go back to his website, and you can do that by just hovering over and clicking Visit Site, we can see that it starts to say, and if this was bigger, it would say Ted Barnacle Tennis Academy, Leawood, Kansas. So that's much better for the search engines. He'll rank much higher. All right, let's go back to the dashboard. And let's check our progress and see how we're doing on our little to-do list. So we got our domain, we got hosting, we installed WordPress, done. And the next thing we need to do is get our theme. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now.
So let's open up a new tab. Let's head over to wpexplorer.com. WP Explorer is a company that makes themes, but they are giving this one away for free, which is pretty cool. So let's go over to the theme section. And under Find a Theme, let's select the category of free. And it's going to be this one right here called Photo Free Responsive Gallery. And I'm going to leave a link to this page in the description. So what we need to do is, in order to download this for free, we have to sign up with them and make an account with WP Explorer. So let's click Login to download. And then let's, under Need to create an account, let's create an account. So I'm just going to type in my name, my email, my first and last name, my password, and I'm going to do this equation, and I'm not going to sign up for the weekly WordPress roundup. So I'm going to click register, and now we should be able to download the theme. So let's go to that page and click download. So once that's downloaded, just go ahead and throw it on your desktop if it's not already. And let's head back over to our dashboard. So what we need to now do is upload the theme that we just downloaded, and you do that over at Appearance, Themes, and then click the Install Themes tab up here, and click Upload. Then I'm just going to click Choose Files and head over to my desktop. Click this one right here, which is the zip file that I just downloaded from WP Explorer. Click Open. Click Install Now. Click Activate. And that's how you install a theme with WordPress. So now if we check out our website, it will look a little bit different, but we have to do a few more things before we start adding our content. So let's install a couple of the recommended plugins that this theme recommends. So let's click this Begin Installing Plugins button right here. And under Options Framework, let's click Install. Click, after this has successfully installed, click Return to Required Plugins. Now we have to activate that plugin, so let's click Activate under Options Framework. And for this Soliloquy plugin, we actually have to do something a little bit different, because if we click Install, for some reason it makes an error. So let's download this plugin manually. So it's going to be the same as how we downloaded the theme. Let's open up a new tab and let's copy this name that I can't spell and type in WordPress plugin. So Soliloquy WordPress plugin into Google will come up with this top result. Let's click it and let's click download version 1.4.4. So after that's downloaded to your computer, throw it on your desktop just as you did with the theme and close this tab. And let's head over to plugins, click add new, and let's upload this plugin that we just downloaded. Click upload, and I am going to click choose files and click Soliloquy Lite. Open, install now, and this message after we activate this message should disappear. So let's activate it. And now we don't have that message anymore since options and Soliloquy are downloaded or uploaded to our WordPress website. So at this point, you're probably wondering what plugins are, and all plugins do basically is add additional functionality to your WordPress website. So this Soliloquy plugin is an image slider, which we're going to be placing on our homepage. It's going to have some pictures that have a little animation slider of some tennis players, and some other examples of WordPress plugins are a contact form so people can contact you directly from your website, or a photo gallery. Alright, so we have finished installing our theme, and next up let's start adding some content. So let's go over to our WordPress dashboard and let's head over to pages and let's click add new. So what I want to do is add a few pages to my website, like the home page, the about me page, the services page, or the contact page, and I want those pages to show up here in the menu. And when you click those pages, I want it to display that information. So let's go to pages, add new, and let's just start adding some blank pages. So the first one I'm going to add is going to be the home page. So I'm just going to type home for the title. I'm going to leave the body blank and I'm going to click publish. The second one is going to be about me. So I'm going to click add new. Type in about me. Publish. The third is going to be called my process. So I'm just going to type it in right there. Publish it, add another, which will be the services page, and I'm going to also add a gallery, and a blog, and finally the contact page. So let's click publish, and if we look at our website, we will not see any changes yet. What we now have to do is set up the menus in our website. So let's go over to our dashboard. Let's head over to appearance, click menus, and this is where we can manage our menus for our WordPress website. So first we have to create a new menu by going up here and over at menu name, just giving it a name. I'll call this one main menu. Click create menu. So now you'll have a new box up here that says theme locations. So now let's click this drop down menu and click main menu and click save. So now we have to drag in all of the pages that we just created into our menu. So let's check off all the pages that we want under the pages tab. I'm going to check them all off, except for the sample page, which we will delete later, and click add to menu. So from here we have to rearrange the order of our menu, because now if we save our website and check it out, we will have a menu up here at the top but I want my home page to be first and my about page to be second. And basically the whole order of this menu will be reversed. So let's rearrange our menu by clicking and dragging our menu items to wherever we want them. And that looks good. Let's save it. And let's visit our website. There we go. It looks pretty good. Now if we click any of these pages, we will be brought to a blank page. So we have our pages now. The only page that isn't working correctly is the home page. For example, if you go to yourwebsite.com, it's not going to be the same as this home page right here. So let's fix that. Let's go over to our dashboard. Let's go to settings and let's click reading. And then we want to change it so our front page displays a static page. So let's click this button right here. And then we'll set the front page to the home page. And the post page, which is also known as the blog, will be set to our dedicated blog page. And we'll save the changes. So now if we check out our website, it'll be a tiny bit different on this page. It will display this home page. So let's move on to something a little more exciting, and let's add our image slider up here at the top of the home page. Now we don't have to download any plugins because we already got the Soliloquy plugin that this theme recommended. So let's go to Soliloquy. Let's click Add New. And let's add a new Soliloquy slider. I'm just going to call this one Home Slider. And I'm going to change the Soliloquy settings to a width of 925 and a height of 300. So you can keep that 300 there. And let's upload our images by clicking here to upload images. And click Select Files. Then I'm going to click my tennis picture, upload it. And when that's done, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and click Insert into Slider. So that should pop up right here. So next, let's click Update. And that won't make any changes yet. Now we have to set the homepage slider in our theme options. So let's go over to Appearance, Theme Options, and I'm going to open this in a new tab. And under the General tab, under Homepage Soliloquy Slider, click Home Slider, and then click Save Options. So now if we open up our website, we will have a slider, but it is going to be a little bit too big. As you can see, it's too long and maybe a little too wide. So let's learn how to crop images in WordPress. So let's go back to our dashboard. Let's open up the Media Manager right here. Just click this Media button. And under our image that we want to crop, let's click Edit. And then click this Edit button under the image. And then let's make a little selection like this. And then change this selection right here to the desired width and height. So it's going to be 925 by 300. And you can move this around to where you want to crop the image. And then when you're done, click this crop button right here. And that will crop it. And then we have to save it by clicking Save. And then we have to click Update. So now if we check out our website, we should have a nice cropped image like that. So I'm actually going to get rid of this photo, and I want to add two other photos that I intended. I just wanted to show you how to crop the images. So I'm going to click here to upload images under the Soliloquy slider, select files, and select my first file right here. When that's done, I'm going to insert it into my slider and going to select my next one. And insert that into the slider as well. So I already have these cropped when I made the website demo. So I'm just going to click update. And let's view our website. So that's pretty good. Now we have these arrows and we can switch the image.
And everything is coming together a lot better, but we still have more work to do. The next thing that we're going to do is take away this most recent right here. The way we do that is we go into our dashboard again, and then go to Appearance and Theme Options. Now the most recent on the front here is like if you have a blog or something and you want to show the most recent blog post. But we don't want that on our home page. So we go to Appearance, then Theme Options, and we just take this out right here. So we just highlight it, delete it, and press Save Options. Then we go ahead and check our website and refresh, and we can see that it is gone, the most recent right there. So that's pretty cool. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to set up this homepage so it's laid out really cool like you saw in the demo. So we're going to go to our dashboard. And what we usually do to edit pages is go to Pages right here and our home page. We just click on it. And we can edit our page right here. It's a pretty good editor. I'll just say hi. Whoops. Hi, this is a good editor. And we click update. So that's how we usually edit things. And we can go back to our home page and click refresh. But we really wanted a different plugin that allows us to edit this website visually. So like I said before in my website, in the beginning of the website, we're going to get a plugin right here, and it's $25. So it's definitely something that's optional, but if you want to lay out your website in a cool looking way, then it's definitely the way to go. In order to get that plugin, we have to go to another website, and it's called codecanyon.net. So I'm going to leave the link in the description. But go ahead and go to codecanyon.net or just click the link in the description. I'll link right to the plugin and click on WordPress. And you can go ahead and search here for Visual Composer. So that's what the plugin is called, Visual Composer. And so we see it right here, Visual Composer. And you always want to make sure it has good ratings and lots of downloads. That's always a good thing. So just click on it and purchase it. And once you purchase it, you will go to your download page right here. And since we've already purchased it, it's in our download page. So here it is right here, and just click download. And then you can click all files and documentation. So it's going to take a little while to download for us, but not too long. And once it's downloaded, we're just going to drag it over to our desktop. Now this works for a PC and it works for a Mac, it works for everything. Once we download it to our desktop, we're going to get a zip folder like this, and what you're going to do is just double click on it to unzip it. Alright, and now we can look in this folder and see all the different things. This is the file that we want to upload to our website, and I'll show you how to do that right now. Alright, but first we need to go back to our website. So we can close this once we've purchased this Visual Composer. It's really cool. We go back to our website and we go to Plugins and Add New. So just Plugins and Add New. And then we actually want to upload a plugin now instead of searching for one. So we just click Upload. and we click choose file. I downloaded it to my desktop, so I'm going to navigate to my desktop, and I'm going to see this folder that is unzipped from this folder. So I'm just going to double click on it, and this is the one that we want to upload. So just click on it and click open. Then click install now. All right, now that we're done installing the plugin, we can click activate plugin. And now our plugin is activated. So what that does now is if we go to pages and we click on home, we now have another button up here that says Visual Composer. So we want to click on Visual Composer. So instead of editing it like this, we're going to have a lot more options. So just click Visual Composer. And here we can add different elements and different things. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make a grid so that I can split up my page. So on half of the page it could be one thing, on half the page it could be something else. Usually you can't really achieve this without coding, but we can do it with this Visual Composer. So we hover over this and we click this right here. It says half plus half. And now we have two different sections. All right, so here I'm actually gonna exit out so it deletes it. Just press X, press OK. And now we're gonna press this plus button. So we're gonna click plus, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a text block. So just click this text block, and we're gonna change this text, and we're really just gonna put in an image. So we're gonna add media and select files. Go to the desktop, and we're gonna select a picture of Ted and press open. All right, once we do that, it's gonna be full size for the image, and alignment, we're gonna put it in the center. And link to, it's gonna be none, because when you click on the image, I don't want it to link to anywhere. So center, none, full size. Sometimes your images may need to be resized, but this one is the correct size. So now we can just press insert into page. All right, and now we see Ted right there, and we'll click save. So now we have one half of the page, Ted, and the other half needs to be some text. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click add again, and we're gonna go to WP text, if I can find it. There it is, WP text. And I'm just gonna copy and paste some information. So the title right here is gonna say, hi, I'm Ted, and this WP text is gonna say some really good stuff about Ted. All right, then we're gonna press save. And now it's time just to take a look at what we did so far. So now we're just gonna click update. All right, and after we update, we're gonna just refresh our page and make sure that we're on the right track. All right, so that's looking pretty good. I think what I want to do is add maybe a button here to the My Process page, and maybe a title right here, so like a headline. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So we go back to our page, and what we're going to do now is click Add Element. So just click that, and just a text block is fine. All right, and the text block is going to say, I have it copied and paste here, so I'll just copy and paste it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to click this right here so I get more options. So click that, And now you have more options. And we're gonna do a heading 1, and we're gonna center it. So then we're gonna click save. And now I want this to be above here and not below. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna click, hold, and drag it way up here. Sorry, that was a little weird. And then click update and see how that's looking. So we click update and we click refresh, and that is looking pretty darn good. The next thing I want to do is add a button right here so it continues on to my next page, which is my process. So the way we do that is we're going to go back to our website, and we're actually going to add another thing right here. So we're just going to press add. And what we're going to do, since we want the button all the way to the right, is we're going to add another row. So we have this other row right here, and I'm going to separate that row again into 3 different areas. So now that it's separated into 3 different areas, now I can add the button to right here because I want the button to be on the right here. So that's why first we split it in half, then we added the 3 different areas right here. And so I want the button to be there. So what we do with that is we just click add right here again, the plus, and we find something called button. And the button text is my process. And the link is my dash process. And the way I got the link here is, I think you have to put a / my process. Actually, no, you don't. Sorry. The way we got the link here is if we go to my process right here, you'll see that it's tedswebsite.com / my dash process. So that's how we got the my dash process. All right, and the target is the same window, and the color I think I want to be blue, and the icon I'm gonna say it's a play icon because it also looks like a next page. I'll show you that. The size is regular, and we can press save and see what that looks like. Then click update. And now when we go back to the home page, we'll see that it has everything we want in the My Process button. And when we click on it, it goes to the My Process page. So it's looking really, really good. Later, I'm going to show you how to make this text right here a really cool font, and I'm going to show you how to get rid of this home because it doesn't really go along with it, but that's a little later. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to upload Ted's logo right here. So we're going to upload his logo. I got this logo from Fiverr, Fiverr.com. You can click the link in the description, and they can make logos for you for $5. So it's a really good deal. So I'm going to leave the link in the description to someone that I like. So now we're going to upload his logo that I got from Fiverr. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to Appearance and Theme Options. And it says Custom Logo and Choose File. So we're going to click Upload. And click Upload Files right here. And select Files. And we're going to see his logo. And we're going to click Open. Alright, once we do that, we can click Select. So now we have his logo in there, and we're going to click Save Options. Alright, now we can go ahead and check his website and click Refresh. And now it's looking really, really good. It's starting to come together. But we don't want our website to be just good. We want our website to be perfect. And since this is such a clean and elegant website, we just want to clean it up just a little bit more. Add the little touches to the home page. what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this home and these dots right here. And we're also going to center this menu. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of coding, but if you want to look more into it, you can look up CSS tutorials online. So it's a little bit of coding, but it's not that confusing, and it's pretty easy to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our dashboard, and we're going to go to Appearance, then Editor. And we're going to make sure that stylesheet.css, this is a CSS file, is clicked. And we're going to search for page heading. And the way I do that is I press Command F for the Mac or Control F if you're on a PC, and just start typing up here, page dash heading. So this is a little CSS. It looks a little confusing, but it's really, really easy. What we're going to do here is we're going to just put display none. So display, and then a colon, and then a none, and a semicolon. So DISPLAY colon NONE semicolon. And once we do that, we can scroll down and click update. So what this is telling the this area right here is to, which is called the page heading, is to display none, basically to not display. So we're just going to click refresh, and we're going to see that that home is gone, and it's gone on every page. So now it looks much, much cleaner. The second thing that we're going to do is we're going to make this menu go to the center, just so it gives everything a more balanced feel. So the way that we do that is we go back to the place we were before, Appearance, Editor, make sure Style is clicked, and instead of adding CSS, and I know this looks like a whole bunch of nerdy code, but it's really easy, and again, you could look at CSS tutorials online. Pretty simple stuff. Instead of editing other CSS, we're actually going to add our own. So what we're going to do is we're going to type a period, and then type menu dash main dash menu dash container, and we're going to give it a curly brace, and we're going to click enter. So enter is a new line. And basically what this does is it selects this menu right here. So we're selecting the menu right now. And now what we're going to do on this new line is add in the code. So what we're going to do is we're going to type margin dash left and put a colon and type 205px and type a semicolon. And then what we're going to do is we're going to end the curly brace. So here's the beginning of our curly brace, here's the end. And within it contains our code. So margin dash left basically is just telling them to put a margin on the left here to move it more towards the center. And 205px, px stands for pixels. That's just how computers measure things. Some people measure things in meters, some people measure things in feet. Computers measure things in pixels. So 205 pixels to the left. So it's going to add a space right here, and our menu should be in the center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click update, make sure everything's right, and go here and click refresh. Now our menu is going to be in the center. Now, sometimes your menu maybe have less menu items, so you may either need to decrease or increase this 205. So just make it right for you. All right, so now our website is looking much, much better. It's coming together perfectly. It's looking really clean.
So I'm going to add a final touch on the homepage, which is changing this font into something a little more fancy. So we're going to do that by using Google Fonts. So if we go to Google and type in Google Fonts, Google will provide us a bunch of free fonts to use in our website. But in order to use Google Fonts, we first have to get a plugin. So let's do that now, and let's head over to the dashboard. And let's go to Plugins, Add New, and then let's search for WP Google Fonts. Click Search, and it will be this top one right here. Click Install Now, click OK, and click Activate. So once activated, let's head over to the Settings tab, and then let's click Google Fonts. And then what you want to do is search for the font that you want to use on your homepage. And I happen to know the name of the one I want to use, which is Courgette. And I'm just going to take this name and copy it to my clipboard. So I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to select the font that I want to use from this drop-down menu. So I'm just going to select it right about here. And I'm going to click Save All Fonts. So now let's head over to the Pages. And then let's go to the home page right here. Let's click Edit. And then I'm going to edit this title right here by clicking the pencil tool. And then we're going to edit a little CSS. So let's open up the Text tab up here. And after it says Text Align Center in between the semicolon and the quotation mark, let's type in font-family, another colon, and then an apostrophe, and then type in Command or Control V to paste in the text or the font name that you copied, and then make another apostrophe, and then make a semicolon. So after that, let's click Save, and you won't see any changes here, but if we update the page and head over to our website, we will have this font down here now. So next up is the About Me page. Now the About Me page is going to be really simple. All it is going to be a picture of Ted and a couple paragraphs about him. So let's do that now, and let's head over to the dashboard. Let's go to Pages, and let's go to About Me. So Ted already provided us with the content that's going to be on this page. So I'm just going to copy and paste a bunch of text in there. And now I want to add an image over here on the left-hand side. So what I want to do is place my cursor at the very beginning of the sentence before hello, then click Add Media, then hit Upload Files, select Files, and I'm going to select the image that I want to use, click Open, and now this image is really large. It's 720 by 960, so that's a huge image, and what I want to do is use a smaller image. So I'm going to first set the alignment to left because I want it to be on the left of the page, and then set the link to none because when you click it, I don't want it to link to anything. And then I'm going to set the size to medium. I'm not going to use thumbnail because that's a little too small for me. So I'm going to choose medium and click Insert into Page. So now it should be right here on the left-hand side, and if we update our page and check it out, we'll have a nice About Me page. So next up is the My Process page, and the My Process page is going to be just as simple. It's just going to be a bunch of text explaining how TED works. So let's do that now. Let's head over to Pages, and let's go to My Process. So on this page, Ted wanted it to say, my agenda follows accordingly, and I'm going to make that real big, and I'm going to put that in the center. Then I am going to make a line under that and paste in a paragraph of text that he prepared for us. I am also going to center that, and I'm going to make that italic. And then I'm going to make another line. I'm going to make a couple of dashes and another line, and then I'm going to give some of his key points. So I'm just going to copy these in right here and paste them in. And I'm also going to make these all centered. So I'm just going to hit centered after I highlight them. Now if we click update and refresh, we should have a pretty nice looking page, but what I want to do is change this into the Google font that we downloaded. So let's do that now, and let's go back to the My Process page, hit the Text tab, and after text align center between the semicolon and the quotation mark, we're going to write the same thing, which is font family, colon, apostrophe, and your font, another apostrophe, and a semicolon. So that'll change it into the Google font. Now if we go to our website, we'll have a pretty nice looking My Process page.
Alright, so we're moving right along. The next thing we need to do is our services page. And if you remember from the demo, the services page was pretty cool. It allowed you to click on Ted's different services, and it displayed just what you clicked on. So it was really awesome. And the way we can do that is we can close that and just click edit page right here. That's the quick way to do it. This bar right here is here only when you're logged in. So just go ahead and click edit page. And once that loads up, you can go ahead and click on Visual Composer. Click that, and then we can add element. Alright, and then we're going to add a text block, because first we want it to say services on top of the page. So go ahead and click text block. And here, go ahead and put services and align it to the left. And then once you do that, you can do a heading 1 to make it really big. So align left, heading 1. If this thing right here is not showing, just click this button right here. Once we do that, we go over to text, and once again, we type in the same font family for that really cool font. So we do font dash family colon COURGETTE and a semicolon. So once we do that, we can just go ahead and click save, and we have services right there. But the next thing that we need to do is add in all those different packages. So what we can do is click add element and go ahead and click tour section, because these different tabs are different tours. Alright, and once we do that, we can go ahead and click this edit button right here to edit the slide number. So just click edit. And our first slide is going to be called monthly packages for $150 a month. We're going to save that. And let's just do slide number 2 and click this little pencil edit button. And this one is going to be called one-on-one lessons. And click save. And then we can add more right here. So we're going to add 2 more. So 1 and 2. And we're going to click this, and we're going to click the edit button again. And this one is online lessons. And we click save. And this slide is called group lessons. So we click it and click the edit. And we put in group lessons right here, and we click save. So after we did that, I'm going to put in some dummy text because Ted himself is going to have to enter these in. So I'm just going to click this, and I'm going to click this add right here. So we're just going to add it. And we're just going to add a text block. All right, so I'm just gonna copy in some gibberish right here. Doesn't really mean anything. And I'm gonna click save, and I'm gonna do that for each one of these. So add, text block, paste it in, save, click, and oops, click the wrong thing. Click this right here, text block, paste it in and save, and this one right here, click this plus right here, text block. You get the point, I'm sure. You're like, all right, Tyler, I get this. All right, once you do that, we're gonna click update and we're gonna check our progress. It's always good to check your progress, make sure you're not doing something crazy. So we're gonna view our website and we're gonna see that our services are looking pretty good. So this page is looking pretty good and it has the different ones right here. So that's looking really good, but it's not looking great and we want it to look great, so we're gonna add in pictures in here. So the way we do that is go back to our page and click on the one you want to edit, click the pencil. Sorry again, that's not how you do it. You click this pencil right here. It's a little tricky, so many little pencils around here. You click this pencil right here, and let's just add a picture. So I'm gonna click add media. I'm gonna put my mouse cursor right before the L. I'm gonna press add media and upload files and select files. And I'm gonna find some pictures. And maybe we think that this picture is pretty awesome of him. So we click open and it gets put right in there. Now we can do a thumbnail, we can do 300, we could do full size, or we can edit this image. And what we need to do is we need to edit the image because we need to rotate it and we need to make it a specific size to fit perfectly in here. So we're just gonna go ahead and click on edit. And the first thing that we're gonna do is rotate it. So the way you rotate is just by clicking this button. And now he's rotated, now they are rotated, and now you can click save. All right, now that they're rotated, but they're still way too big. This picture would not fit into this area right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click edit image. And we're gonna click scale image. Now we want the height to be 200. So just click 200 and the width will automatically size so it's proportional. Then we click scale. And then we click update. Now, once we do that, we can go back to our website right here and we can put alignment to the right because I want it to be right aligned, link nowhere, and we're actually going to do full size. Now it says 640 by 480, but really it hasn't updated yet. The full size is really 200 in height. So we're just going to click insert into page, and there is the picture with the correct height. Now we're going to click save. So now we're going to do that for each of the pictures. So that was one picture. We're going to click on this one-on-one lessons and click the pencil, upload, add the media, upload file, select file, and we can add a different one now, maybe this one with this really cool shirt. So it's uploading right now. And this one is sideways too, so we're going to need to go ahead and edit image and flip it and then save it and edit it one more time now that it's flipped and scale it so that it's not 3000 but it's only 200, and we're going to click scale. And that looks much better. And then we're going to click update. And now that this photo is updated, we can exit this. and we can say full size, because that full size is really 200, and we're not gonna link to anywhere, and we're gonna insert into page. All right, that looks pretty good. We're gonna click save, and we're gonna do it again. So let's go ahead and go through this process 2 more times, and then we'll be done. So click add media, upload file, select file. I'm gonna go through it a little faster since I've already done it twice. We're gonna put in this one. We're gonna open. This again needs to be rotated, so we're gonna edit image. We are going to rotate it, and I rotate it the wrong way, so we can flip it actually the other way. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna save it and edit the image and scale it to 200. Press scale. Now that fits much better into our website, and we're gonna click update. And we're gonna go back and not link it to anything, make it go onto the right and make it go full size, and insert into page, and click save. So just one more time. I know this is kind of crazy, but this is a step-by-step tutorial with no steps skipped. So, all right, the next thing we need to do is click here, press add media, upload files, select files, and maybe we'll give this one right here and press open. And again, it is sideways, so we edit image, opens up a new window for us. We rotate it and we save it. And then we edit image again and we scale it to 200. I know, fun stuff here. All right, once we do that, we click update, and now we can close this editing window, and we do it full size, links to nowhere, alignment right, insert into page. All right, and then we click save. Now we click update right here, and we recheck our services and refresh it. And we see that we now have pictures in there. So we can click on different ones and we see the different pictures, and it is looking pretty darn good. We also can go to next slide down here or previous slide over here. So that is pretty awesome. Once someone gets sold on one of his packages or his one-on-one lessons, I want them to contact him. So I want a little contact button right here. So let's go ahead and do that. How we do that is pretty simple. All we do here is in this visual composer is add another element. So just click add element. And this element is going to be a call to action button. So it's pretty cool. I'll show you what it looks like. So we have text right here. It's our call to action text. And I think I will just paste some text in here. To inquire about any of our services above, please contact me. And then the text on the button, maybe it should say contact Ted. And the link URL should be /contact. And I get that again from this being /contact. So hiswebsite.com/contact. So this is where it's gonna link to. All right, and the color maybe blue, and the icon maybe again that play icon. And the size, maybe we'll go for a large, and alignment right. That's great. So we'll click save, and we have our call to action button right there, and we click update, and let's see if it is as good as I think it's going to be. So there it is. To inquire about any of the services above, please contact me. And with the contact goes to the contact page. So that is looking pretty good. So once someone goes to the services page, sees some of his great services, sees pictures of him, he looks like a friendly guy, then they are asked for the call to action to contact Ted. And I think this is a page that will sell really, really well. The next thing that I'm going to show you how to do is the gallery page right here. So if we go to gallery, there's nothing there right now. We could just close this. And what we can do is click edit page for our gallery. And what we're going to do again is we're going to click on Visual Composer, our featured plugin for this video, and we're going to add element. And what we do here is we're going to click Image Gallery. So click on Image Gallery, and there's no widget title and gallery type. We can, do different ones here. What we're going to choose is Image Grid, because we don't want it to be a slider or anything. We just want it to be a grid showing all of his pictures. And what we're going to do, that's fine. Open Pretty Photos, great. We're going to click this plus button to add our pictures. So we're going to click plus, and then we're going to upload files, and we're going to select files. And we're going to add, let's say maybe 18 pictures. So we'll just click on them, and to select multiple pictures, you can hold Command if you're on a Mac or Control if you're on a PC, and just click them, and that will select a whole bunch. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. All right, so 18 pictures, maybe not this one, maybe we'll do this one. Looks very friendly there. Then we'll click open. And now we're just going to have to wait a little while for all of these pictures to upload. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to speed up the video a little bit so you're not waiting for all the images to upload. But usually it takes about a minute and a half. So I'm just going to speed up with our video magic, and yeah. All right, and now we have all of our images uploaded, but as you can see, we have a few problems here where the images are sideways. So what we're going to do is we're going to rotate all of these images that are sideways and make them right side up. So we're just going to click on them and click Edit Image. It'll open up a new window, and we'll just rotate it and click Update. All right, and we can change the image name right here if we wanted to also. I don't think I rotated that right, actually. So we're gonna edit image again, and we're gonna rotate it. And we're gonna press save, and we're gonna press update. All right, and then we're gonna close that. So that one is done. Now we're gonna click on this one and click edit image and keep on rotating them until they are perfect. So we're going to rotate it, click save, and click update. So we're going to keep on doing that for each image until we have it all perfect. So click update. Whoops, you need to press save before you click update. So you edit image, rotate, and click save, then click update. All right, so we'll just keep on keeping on. Rotate, save, and update. So rotate, save, update. Pretty easy stuff here. Do this one, edit image, rotate, save, and update. All right, this one we actually need to flip, so we can click on it, edit image, and we flip it using this button right here. And we save, and we update. Now, a lot of people would say, why put in all these images of Ted? But being a friendly person and non-corporate and just genuine really will help Ted, because it really lets people get to know you. So we'll rotate, save, and we will update. You know, a lot of times small businesses try to act big, but really the advantages of being small is that you are more personal and you're not corporate, and people really like that. So just know to be yourself and be small and be personal. So that's really your advantage. All right, once we're done rotating them all, I think I did rotate them all, we can click Add Images. Add Images. And I think we picked 19. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, we picked 19. So I'm actually going to delete one of these, and this one is, I'll delete that one. All right, so now that that is deleted, I'm gonna go ahead and press save. So now all of my images are in the image gallery, and I'm gonna click update. So now what I can do is click view page, and we can view our amazing looking image gallery, and we see that all the images are right side up, and we can click on them, and we can see that they look pretty darn good. And right now I'm just using my arrows to go through them. You can also click on them, and it looks really good. It looks amazing. All right, now the next thing that's up is we are gonna do the blog. So we're just gonna click on blog, and we're gonna see that there's nothing really there except for this hello world, and I'm gonna show you how to add different posts and blog posts to this.
So let's head over to the dashboard, and the way you add posts to the blog is by going to the posts tab right here. So let's click that, and first I'm going to get rid of this sample post. I'm going to trash it, and while we're on it, let's go get rid of the sample page that I told you we would get rid of at the beginning of the video, and we'll trash it like that. If you accidentally trash something, it will still be there. It will be in your trash can. But if you're sure you want to delete it permanently, you can just hit delete permanently. So let's go back to the posts, and let's make our first blog post. So let's go to posts, add new, just like a page. We'll give it a title. We'll call this one, What Years of Tennis Has Taught Me. And I am going to just paste in some dummy text to fill it in. And for this blog, it's kind of an image gallery blog, so it will look a lot better if you have images to add. And the way you add images to the post is by going down here to the featured image and clicking set featured image. So I'm just actually going to choose something that's already in my media library. This one will work, and I'm going to click set featured image. Of course, you can upload files and upload a file from your computer, but I'm just going to use an image from my media library and click set featured image. So once that's done, we have to make some categories, or a category which will this post will be in. So let's put it in tennis philosophy, and let's click add new category and make sure it's checked off. So after that, click publish, and let's view our website. Let's go to blog, and there's our first post. So let's make one more post. Again, we can go to posts, add new, or just click add new up here. And I'll name this one interview with a tennis pro. I'm going to paste in my dummy text, maybe add a new category of interviews, click add new, and set my featured image to maybe this one right here. So let's set featured image, and publish that. So let's make one more just for fun. Click add new, and we'll call it improving your tennis serve. Write something there, and I'll put this one under tennis tips, add that category, and set my featured image. So we will use this one and set featured image. So let's publish that, and let's check out our blog. So now our blog will have 3 new posts, and if you click on anything, it'll show the full text, and that looks pretty good. Maybe it could use some images in here, or maybe a YouTube video, but that is how you add blog posts to your website. So next up is the contact page. Now the contact page is going to have a new plugin, which is going to be the contact form, and it's going to have some text, and then it's going to have another column of information, which will be some phone information and some email information and location information, and it will also have a picture of Ted on the right hand side. So let's start with the contact form, and let's head over to the back end, and we have to get a new plugin for this. So let's go to plugins, add new, and let's search for contact form 7. So this is one of the most widely used contact forms for WordPress. Let's click search, and it should be this top one right here. Click install now, click OK. And once it's done installing, click activate. Now you'll notice on the left hand side we'll have a new contact tab. Just click that and click the contact form 1 right here. And then what you want to do is copy this short code up here. So just highlight it and copy it. And also make sure that this is the email that you want to receive emails at. I'm actually going to change this to Ted's email instead of mine. So that's going to be tbarnacletennis@yahoo.com. And then I am going to save that. Make sure to copy that short code though. Next, let's go to pages, and let's go into our contact page. Then what we want to do is just copy in what we just copied, or excuse me, what we want to do is paste in what we just copied. And this is short code, so when WordPress sees this code, it's going to call up the contact form within our website. So let's test it out. Let's update it, and let's view our contact page. And as easy as that, we have a brand new contact page. But I want to make this a little more interesting. I want to add another column right here, and I want to add some text above. So let's do some text, and let's go to our contact page. And what we're going to do is actually use the Visual Composer again. So let's hit Visual Composer and click Convert to New Version. Click OK. And you'll notice contact form will automatically be added in right here. So the first thing that I want to do is add a column. So to do that, we'll just go over to this button right here, and I don't want it to be half and half. I want it to be 2/3 and 1/3. So let's click that, and you'll notice a new column will be made over here. And then I want to add some text. So let's add an element, and it'll be a text block. Then I am just going to paste this text in from here, and click save, and that'll add down there. But what I want to do is drag it up. Oops. Just going to drag it up like that, and it'll be right above the contact form. And actually I can get rid of this right here. We don't need that. Next up, let's add, or let's see how that looks. So if we update that now and refresh our contact page, you'll notice that this text will be you'll notice that there will be a blank column over here and our contact form will be a little bit smaller. So let's keep adding elements. Let's add another informational box that says Ted's location, phone, and email. So let's click this plus right there. And let's click the, where is it? Message box right here. And I am just going to select the box type as information. You can select warning if you want it to be red, or success if you want it to be green, or error if you want it to look like an error. But I'm just going to choose informational, which is a blue box. So I'm going to click that and paste in my text. And I'm actually going to format this a little bit differently. Get these lines a little bit closer. And I'm making the small lines by holding shift and pressing enter. So after that's done, click save, click update, and refresh your page. Now we have a nice little informational box. Maybe I'm going to make these bold. So let's do that by going and clicking the pencil tool. And it looks like these are bold. I don't know why they're not showing up as bold, but I will unbold and rebold them. So let's see if that works. And that works perfectly. I'm going to do the same for this. I actually want this to be italic. So let's edit it, highlight it, click italic, and re-click it again. So let's update that, see how it looks. And now it's ready to add our picture right down here. So let's add another element by clicking this right here. And let's add a text block. I'm just going to remove this text, click add media, and I am going to upload this file that I already cropped. So you may want to crop it to around this size if you're doing a page like this. This image is 260 by 418 high. And then I'm going to align this in the middle. So I'm going to center it, link to none, and keep it as full size. So let's insert that, save that, update it, and refresh our page. So now we have a complete contact page with a form, TED, some information, and this text. The last thing to do before we get into the 10 tips is to add a little Facebook icon right over here on the right hand side in the menu. So let's do that by going over to Appearance, Theme Options, and then let's click the Social tab at the top. And Ted only wants this to have his Facebook profile. So I'm just going to paste in his Facebook profile like that and click Save Options. So now Ted's website should have the Facebook profile right there.
And actually, there's one last thing to do. This menu isn't looking completely centered now that this Facebook icon is here. And by the way, this Facebook icon goes, if you click on it, goes straight to his Facebook profile. But it's not looking completely centered, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back into Appearance, then Editor, and we're going to make sure we click Style.css, and we're going to scroll all the way down, and we're going to change this to something I would guess is maybe 178, maybe 172, I don't know. So we're going to update it, we're just going to guess, and we're going to see if it looks a little more centered. So that looks almost perfect. So that looks pretty good. All right, so now that everything is done and complete, you have a website that is worth thousands and thousands of dollars that you made in a couple of hours. Web developers charge a lot of money. I should know, I was one. And we have this beautiful website here, so congratulations. and it's looking really, really, really good and clean. You always want your website to look clean and not cluttered so people know what to do and they know where to go. So this is a really awesome website, and now I'm going to give Ted 10 tips that I really think will accelerate his tennis business. So tip number one is to install Google Analytics, and let me show you what that is. What Google Analytics is it helps you see who is coming to your website and where they're coming from. So let me just show you on my website. This is the Google Analytics, so you see that there's 505 people came on Tuesday, and you can see the different traffic sources. So we see that a lot came from YouTube, direct, Google, Facebook. And what this allows you to do is see what kind of marketing campaigns are working for you and which ones aren't. So if you're on Facebook and Twitter, and you notice that you're getting way more traffic, way more people come to your website from Facebook, then it's a good idea just to put more effort into Facebook. Or you're noticing that your PR efforts are really working, then you should do more of that. It's really good business-wise to know what is working and what isn't. So that's really cool to install Google Analytics, and you can go to my website, learnhowtocreateawebsite.com, and download this free book. And it has a section on installing Google Analytics, or you can just check out, you could just Google it, how to install Google Analytics in WordPress. So either way is really great. So that's tip number one. Tip number two is when writing blog content, it should be location specific. So maybe he can write about different things about courts in the nearby neighborhood, and make sure to put in his location that it's Leawood, Kansas, or all the surrounding areas. That way, when people are searching in Kansas and around his area, his website will come up. So make it really good content and make it location specific, at least some of the blog posts. The next tip I would give Ted is that he mentioned that he wanted prospective students to fill out a form and write about themselves. And maybe even at that point he would charge them money based on what they filled out. So what I would recommend is to go to woofu.com, and they have a really free, awesome form builder. So it's, you just drag and drop name, addresses, any fields you want. You don't need to know any code, and that helps you build the form, and you can also accept payment through PayPal. So based on what the student selects, you can charge them based on the different options that they select. The fourth idea that I would give to Ted is to partner up with schools, which I think he has already, and hotels maybe. If the hotels have tennis courts, he can go up to them and he can say, I will give you 10% hotel if you recommend my services, and I can teach, it can be an added on service for the hotel that they have their own tennis instructor. So I don't know if he wants to do that, but that's something definitely that, to consider, is to have hotels and different schools and different tennis clubs recommending him, and everyone wins because they get a percent and he gets money too. So the fifth thing that I would do is right here on the homepage, I might do a promo video. People really love videos, and they get to know you, and there's definitely traffic from YouTube, and it helps really sell people. So do a promo video, and going along with that, number 6 is to do educational YouTube videos where you show people how to swing and just maybe the rules of the game, and if it's really good, then a lot of people will come to your website. Just like on my website, a lot of people come from YouTube, and I think it's a great place that not a lot of people utilize. So tip number 7 is to get on Yelp. So I'm sure many of you have heard of Yelp. Uh, and he can put his services here on Yelp and put pictures on there, and then people will rate him, and you can get a lot of business from Yelp and some place like Google Places. It's like the same thing as Yelp, but it's local, so that really helps because the internet is all over the world, but Yelp is really just things near certain areas. So Yelp really helps. Tip number 8 would be to give people a discount that for a review on Yelp. So not a lot of people are going to review, you out of the blue unless you ask or give them some sort of incentive. And the people with the most and best reviews get to the top of Yelp. As you can see right here, this has 189 reviews and they're on the top. So you want as many reviews as possible, but people aren't just going to review you. You need to give them some sort of incentive to review you. Tip number 9 would be the hardest part, I think, of getting clients is the first lesson. So maybe give them some sort of a discount or first lesson free. You got to make sure that you're not just getting a whole bunch of cheap people who are going to take your first lesson free. So maybe target specific neighborhoods or houses that you know are maybe more affluent and give the first lesson free to them just so they can try it out, or maybe at a big discount. And once you do that, then you can sell them on a package once they really get to know you and get to try it out. The 10th and final tip I would like to give Ted is to build an email list. So you have a whole bunch of students and maybe some of them are kind of interested, maybe some of them are interested, maybe some of them are not yet interested. So if you build the list and you start giving them really helpful information, you can either do it through your email at first. If you just have 10, 20 people, you could just do it right through your email. Or you can use a email list builder like MailChimp. Which is free. I personally use Aweber, and I'll put a link in the description to both MailChimp and Aweber. I like Aweber better because they guarantee one of the highest amounts of email deliverability rates. So they really deliver all of your email. So I like Aweber. It does cost a little money. You can use MailChimp, or if you have a real small list, use your email. But make sure to always keep on top of the mind of your students and parents and customers. So that is my 10 tips. I think his tennis academy is going to do amazing, and I hope for his success. He already looks very successful in what he does. And I just thank you so much, Ted, for allowing me to create your website. I think it looks great. And please remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. And good luck. Thanks a lot.